go ahead and get started. Absolutely.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well, welcome, everyone. And Mark.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy? Okay, well, it's been a minute, so we will go ahead and get to the minutes from the April meeting, since we did not have a May meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes for April?
Yes.
Okay, any changes or suggestions to edits? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the minutes for April 8th, 2025?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
I'll second it.
alrighty, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, minutes are approved. All right, and for new business, or just business, newsletter spotlights for June. So for the resident spotlight this month, I believe it was your pick.
I am tentatively and waiting for a response, but it's going to be Jeremiah Whitby.
Okay. Jeremiah Woodby. I don't think I know him.
Do you know Alenia Lehman that we kind of hang out with?
Yes.
Her uncle is Jeremiah Whitby, so he's a long-time Townsend resident.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay.
grew up here, so
Wonderful.
that would be cool. Really good.
Awesome, that sounds great. And then for Business Clover Organization, that was Miss Nina.
I haven't fully decided yet, but I was thinking Townsend Parks Rec Board.
Yeah.
Have we done that before?
No.
I don't think so.
I think that'd be great to get them because, yeah, I don't think anybody's done them yet.
If we did, it was early on. I don't think we did.
Okay. I don't know who like the contact, is it Kathy Zipmeyer for that?
Or Jane Legg or
Yeah.
Susan Cooper,
Okay.
any of those.
Alright. I can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, number 2. Just a recap of the June 4th workshop that we had. So it was me and Mina and Allison, Pearson's her last name, correct? Allison's involved with the River Walk with Mark and then also in the Tocqueville Garden Club. So this is kind of some notes that we had that I just wanted to go over with you all. And you can chime in at any time in case I forget something. So we talked about just some easy things that we could do at the park. One of the things that we talked about, which is on this, I believe you made this selection. Allison made it? Okay. So what we talked about is creating spaces for people at the park, not just under the pavilion, but maybe moving some of those picnic tables around to different spots at the park so that people know that it's okay, like, to go to that place.
Yeah.
And also maybe get some benches to put and place strategically around, like, the pond and under some trees and things like that. Those are some quick, easy things that we could do. We also talked about new lighting for under the pavilion. That would be something that we could do, because I think the bulbs and the lighting up there right now is pretty, yeah, so that they could stand to be replaced, and I think you had said maybe some like big bulb.
Like string lights. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like some
Sure,
string
it's what they use
lights.
outdoors and just kind of also create a nice little ambiance.
We talked about maybe a bench swing or a tire swing. That would be kind of easy to to incorporate something fun.
There was one tree that was like asking for it.
I know. Jason, do you know what tree I'm talking about? It's up at the barn and it's right there and it's got this limb that's like, it's almost like it's from that movie, that scary movie. The Conjuring. Because the limb is kind of hanging out like that. But, great spot for a swing. So, let's see. We also talked about maybe planting some native azaleas. Mark, what did you call those azaleas? Plain azaleas. Yeah, maybe behind the pond area. We talked about it being maybe an access point, creating an access point, like an entryway from the school to the park. And that was something that Mina and Allison had talked about before, to kind of clear the path for a potential outdoor classroom.
Is there a clear path? Is there something we could do? Is there, not a big project?
Would you scroll on and see something with the other?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, so just, with the classroom, this was an image that Allison brought, that we really liked because it was very low cost, very simple, multi-use. I think a classroom could use this in a traditional sense, or it can also be used for like the choir has a performance or something could take place there. The community could use it for an event of sorts, and it's really just a matter of like building that kind of stage area and then getting some benches.
There's actually a spot up there that's like perfect. It's kind of like it's just tucked in, and it could be in the middle of these 4 trees, and you would just have to go through and let me show you where it could go. But it's like the perfect spot for a little outdoor amphitheater type place. Could also be potentially used if somebody wanted to get married up there, for them to use that area for a small wedding, which would generate a little money for the city. So. We also talked about the pond, and Allison gave us a great contact that Mina has already reached out to, and you have a meeting with Monday at 9:15 at the park. And she is with Blount County Soil Conservation, and she is apparently a pond expert, correct? Something like that. Okay. So hopefully after they meet, we can have some next steps finally for that pond, how to get it healthy again. And Mina did tell her like there's life in the pond, so hopefully something will come out of that. Let's see. There's an area up there, up from the pavilion, where there's kind of some rocks. It's almost like it's a natural outdoor play, like naturescape already. When the 5th grade class at Townsend Elementary had their 5th grade day up there, I noticed all those kids, like if they weren't throwing a frisbee or kicking a ball around, you had like another set of kids that were up there by the rocks and stuff, and it's almost like just like a natural playscape for them up there. And we talked about, I don't know if that picture is on here or not, Dana, but there's like a picture that I think Allison had showed us with a, oh, okay. It was like a built-in table around the tree with like some seating around the tree. And there's like one tree up there that would be perfect for that. Yeah, do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's small, but
Oh,
see
yeah.
how it like helps the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's no tree that would be really good for that. And even just basic things like this, like little stumps, you know, so Jason, I don't know if you've got any, like, trees that have been down that like we might be able to turn into something like
Yeah.
this, you know?
Her talking about
Yeah.
that today a little bit. Yeah, we have one possible that would
Okay.
work, so, that I know of.
Okay, right. Now, Now, if it's like a small project, she did say that Captain Dave could potentially do some smaller projects for us, like the stumps, or maybe like this bench right here, maybe these little seats, just, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive stuff. We did talk about that. Basically, less is more. Just use, we've said it all along, use what we have.
Right.
And not like overdo that park.
Who's Hampton Dave?
He's got the, is it called Little River Artistry or Wood Carving? It's behind the marathon at the red light, like before you're going over the bridge to the left. All those wood carvings right there, that's him.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
I've never met him.
I've been through his place, but I've never met him.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Captain Dave was a retired captain out of California.
Okay.
Firefighter.
Oh, wow,
And
cool.
he's a character. He's a very interesting person, if you ever met him.
Okay. He's got some really cool stuff
He
up there.
does.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't know if you all know of people that can make simple things like that, or even the thing that Nina was showing us with the table around the tree, or the bench swing, something like that.
I can talk to Rod Molina also. I don't know if he's a great woodworker that lives right on the road at the end of the Townsend Visitor Center. He does a lot of woodwork.
He did mountain makers.
Yes.
Mountain
Mountain
Yes,
makers.
that's
Yeah.
mountain makers, yeah.
I remember when Cassie did them as the
Yeah.
business spotlight, so that's great.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested in this situation right here, because if we could get the school, because Townsend has a different school, and Mina has also reached out to her for a potential meeting to talk about something like that out there, and if the school would be interested in using that area. And then if we can get our ducks in a row with the school and with the lady coming to look at the pond, and we can connect that relationship, then maybe extending that to Tremont as well. So,
And I, like Kelsey said, I did reach out to Ashley, your principal, hopefully we can connect in July. Hasn't been confirmed, but she was very excited about the idea. And then I did connect with Tremont, where he has a slogan. Because I saw him this past weekend and just ran it by him and told him about the Pocahontas stuff in the outdoor classroom. And just from talking to him, it seems like because we don't need too many more funds towards an outdoor classroom or maybe something like this, but using some of that money to train Townsend teachers for how to teach outside, like how to use that space so that they are equipped, because I think that's half the issue, if not more, with some of these outdoor classrooms is like the space can be there, but if teachers don't really know how to teach and engage with kids in it, then it falls flat. So I thought that was just, and they have someone at Tremont that would literally do that, who could like provide curriculum and support to the teachers. And he said that there's absolutely something to be interested in, right up their wheelhouse, and to contact him if the school is amenable.
okay.
So,
And I also need to speak with Brent Music, since he's the Kiwanis Club president,
yeah.
and see if the members that have been there for a long time and they've been putting funds into this outdoor classroom fund for many years now, if they would be willing to like change gears and put it at the park instead of at the school. I don't know. That's a conversation that would have to be had, because originally they were supposed to have the outdoor classroom at the school. And I think what's happened is behind the school there is a carport and some gravel underneath it that somebody has set up. And it's supposed to be an outdoor classroom, but that's not, from my understanding, that's not the vision that the Kiwanis Club wanted for the kids. They wanted it to be a little more nice, yeah. So they might be interested in moving those funds towards something at the park if the school is still going to use it. So, okay, let me send it.
That's it.
Okay. also, well, Mina had mentioned this too, is maybe asking somebody from the Artisan Guild to sketch out some of the ideas that we have for the area. So, maybe if you get to interview them for the newsletter, you can ask them about that. And in the meantime, if you all know of people who can build stuff like this, I think this was kind of extra. We didn't really discuss this stuff, especially these outdoor like chase games and checkers and things like that. Like, I think you had said it might not be the best idea for that park to put something like that out there.
Yeah, that's always sounds good in theory, but there's like pieces to keep up with, and that gets lost, and pieces get lost, it's not useful.
Yeah.
And it's for pretty specific use there, so I would rather keep it simpler and more open-ended.
I just think adding this right here would really liven it up. It's with the pond and then moving the tables out around different areas of the park so that people know it's okay to go use that area. So those are simple things we can do. Okay. Any questions about that?
What about bug control up there?
Bug control?
Yeah.
The mosquitoes were so bad.
I was up there for our neighborhood thing, and it was bad.
It was so bad.
Yes.
I think the
Yeah.
pond is responsible for a lot of that. Jason, is there something we can do about that?
Get rid of the pond.
Get rid of the pond.
It's a breeding ground, I mean.
Yeah.
It's, the wind's blowing and then it's bad, but
Yeah.
after 8 o'clock, you're in hell. A lot of off spray and I have to sleep there.
Yeah.
And I don't think we want to spray.
Right, you don't want to play.
I was kind of thinking though, if we had a list of like these little things though, like these seats or this bench or the swing in the outdoor amphitheater area, just have a list of things and, you know, if I made a simple Facebook post and said like, we're looking to get these things for the park, do you know of somebody or do you do this sort of thing? And just reaching out. Allison also said it's a good opportunity for people who want to volunteer to do something and add to the park. It's a great time for them to do that.
Yeah, like a call to action.
Yeah, just like a call to action type thing. Okay, anything else? All right. All right, we'll move on to number 3, update on the Special People's Park. So, yeah, we haven't met since April, so I don't know if you all are aware or not, but, hey Ted! Hey buddy! So, the Board of Commissioners endorsed CEC for the Special People's Park project, and we're having our first kickoff meeting this Friday, June the 13th at noon here at City Hall. And they're going to send me the agenda for Friday tomorrow. They were working on that today. So they're preparing the agenda and they'll also be providing lunch for us as well. So it's from 12 to 2 on Friday. We'll have a couple people there from the RFQ review committee, the mayor, Gala, a couple of commissioners, and then you guys, if you're available to come. Jason, can you give us an update about the Special People's Park and what all you did last week? Or the week, was it the week before you added the tape? Because the corner of the concrete platform has completely broke. Yes.
Yeah, it completely broke down, so it's pretty bad, really, how it works. But we went back down there and put some new boards, put up some yellow tape, put more signs up, because there have been people that's been using it, we try to keep them out there, but they'll have one of our officers go down and speak with them, and they got into a little bit of argument on the signage deal, so we got that taken care of. So, yeah, it's all roped off, and we've not caught nobody that has it yet down there, but that don't mean but yeah, that's what we did, so.
Yeah, you all put a lot of yellow tape around
Yeah.
that area, more
A lot.
signage, because now more than ever, it's definitely dangerous for anybody to be down there, so. But hopefully, at the Friday kickoff meeting, the CEC will be able to, we can talk about a plan on how to remove the current structures down there, so that'll probably be in that conversation.
I think that'd be one of the first things to do,
Yeah.
is make that area safe. You're not gonna stop people from going there. But let's remove the danger first, if that's something maybe even the city could do. You know, right, we make it safe, and then we can work on the whole project, so.
Yeah, me and Jason had talked about it. I don't know if we have the equipment to remove all of that, and I think because you all went down there with hammers, they were gonna break it up and try to haul it off in pieces so that the rigger didn't take it, but I reckon that was pretty difficult for you all to do.
That is a pretty big.
Um,
It's
so,
gonna take
yeah.
a little time to get, right now we're mowing, so our time is limited on what we can do. Unless there's rain or something, but, we can try to get as much as we can. So it's a awful big project to tackle. So.
Yeah, it'll be a big project, and it'll have to be done in a lot of phases, for sure.
And the equipment we have, we do have tobacco, it's just trying to get down to it, we can't get down. So we can hook a chain, we can try stuff like that, but it's gonna be a job.
It's also important that CEC is involved in that part too, because I don't know if they need to acquire permits from TDEC to be able to remove that stuff, because it's so close to the river. They might have to get permits to even do that kind of thing before we can even start. Any questions? Okay. All right, final thing is board seats. Unfortunately, Miss Kathy is no longer on the board. She had to step down. So we miss her very much, love her very much. I don't think she wanted to, but she kind of had to. So. But saying that, her term and Mina's term is up in August. So we will have 2 seats to fill, and we will pull out a call for expressions of interest in July for those 2 seats. Mina's still welcome to reapply to be on the board again, and that'll be 2-year terms for each person. Now, for those seats, they don't have to live in the city limits, because you and Brett already live in the city limits, so if somebody applies for either of the seats, as long as they have a 37882 zip code, and they reside in a Townsend area code, then they can apply for the board. So, it doesn't have to be city limits. Any questions about that?
So you're just gonna wait to address Kathy's seat until July, August?
Yeah, because I didn't want to fill her seat, and then that person would have
in August.
And then it would be up in August, it didn't make sense. So I think we're fine with just 4 people until, another couple months, so. All right, any questions about the board seats coming up? Okay. Well, now we're down to public input.
I have input.
Go ahead.
Well, I just want to let you know, we did get the trash can finally input and the dog waste dispensers
Yeah.
done. And they look like both being used quite a bit, actually,
Great.
so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I did have a question, and I'll take care of it with whoever, but we want to move the Portaloo down and back a little bit because it's like right next to the picnic area. Sometimes there's a draft coming down, a little bit of a breeze that just isn't quite savory.
Say no more, say no more.
And so I didn't know if we should contact TC or TC or.
Gayla, what would you
Yeah.
like call?
Can I go? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll just have them come out and show them, and because we'll set up the whole thing, because we actually want to get a path to it. and everything.
They usually just set them where it's easiest for them to access.
Yeah.
Just call out the area.
Yeah.
If she has any questions, you can tell her she can call me.
It'll be closer to actually the road coming down anyhow, so I think a little bit better. I don't know, but that's, I don't do, so.
Gotcha. All right.
That's it. And we're gonna we'll probably have the picnic area done this month, so.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
And what about the train?
The train will take another month or so.
Okay.
That's a huge.
I'm so excited for that. Who's doing the train?
Well,
You?
we all are, we're all
You're all-
doing pieces of it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be 5 cars.
Okay.
And we're gonna name the cars after like Tremont, Elkmont, blah, 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 blah.
Cool.
Maybe we're trying to add the history
Mm-hmm.
of things, so I think we may call it the Townsend Express or something.
Oh my gosh.
And we're putting a little,
So fun.
it was a 4-car train, but we're adding a dining car so kids can sit up there and eat.
I love that.
Yeah, so.
My kids will closely be monitoring the progress. They haven't started yet, and it's work, and it takes money.
It's gonna be a little bit of work to
Yeah.
get it all together. I forget, I think there's like 30 wheels we need to get design, and it's a lot, but
Or they-
we may do a car or two at a time just to get it going, so.
How did the fundraiser go?
Oh, the fundraiser went great. I think we ended up with like $7,700.
Wonderful.
So, then that was just for the picnic area, so that was
Wow.
really, really good for a month.
Hey,
I'm happy as punch.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and we had people from all over, from Knoxville, from all over the place donate, so that was kind of nice.
I'm so glad.
And we appreciate you putting in, we actually got a couple donations after the,
From the
from the
newsletter?
newsletter.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
Glad to hear that.
that was well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so happy for you guys
Yeah,
on that.
thank you. Yeah.
I wish I had your creative mind.
No, you don't. It would drive you crazy.
I would never sleep.
It would drive you crazy, exactly.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ted, you got anything for us? All righty, happy to see you.
You're Liz.
All right, any other business?
Did we want to talk about, are we taking a break for bingo for the summer?
Well, that's up for discussion,
Okay.
whatever you all think.
You break the news.
We
I've
need,
been
we need at least,
fielding questions galore.
well, I mean, we need at least 3 people. Honestly, 3 people
Oh.
is what I like to have. So, and I know y'all are busy for the summer. I'm busy too. I got stuff going on. So, but I know people are asking about it and they miss it, so. The last one we had was in April. I'm more than willing to take a break from bingo and start back maybe in August or September. Maybe when school starts back, I don't know.
I mean, if I had a vote, I would say September. I think summer's busy, everybody's got stuff going on.
Scattered,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard to get that nailed down
Mhm.
every month. And I hate it because people love it so much and it gives them something to do. But at the same time, we all have lives and families and trips planned and other things going on. So if you all want to wait and start back in September, that is totally fine with me.
I think September's a good idea.
What do you think?
Yeah, we'll start it up in August and we'll talk about it and
Mhm.
that'll be for September. Sure.
Yep.
All right, let's do that.
And then we probably have a full board.
Yeah, some more people. Hopefully with you still sitting here today. No pressure at all. And that kind of brings me to the 4th of July. You know, 4th of July is kind of, you know, it's coming up too. And I know last year me and Brett had a tent set up and we did the survey and we handed out t-shirts and we did the glow sticks. But with us opening up that campground, Mom and Dad need me that whole day. Pretty much that whole weekend. It's gonna be extremely hard for me to get away and do anything like that again this year. I hadn't really given it much thought anyway, because the fire department does their own fundraiser anyway. They set off the fireworks. They've been doing it for years without a Parks and Rec Board, so I think they're pretty much a well-oiled machine at this point, and they know what to do. But if you all had any thoughts for 4th of July or had something in mind that you wanted to do, I'm still open to it, but I'm pretty sure we all had our own plans for 4th of July anyway.
I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw a party.
We were, I mean, me and you, we were sweating out there. It was so hot and miserable, and we did it.
People loved it, though.
But,
They love free stuff. People
they
love
loved
free
it.
stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was good to get,
Well, we
for the
did,
community to know that we had this.
yeah, and we also did a survey too, so it was kind of like multi-fold that we got information out, we got rid of some shirts.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of, isn't necessary now, if we hit something big though, if we were trying to promote park, or if we were to that point, then maybe we should be out there, but let's think about that another time.
If we had a Friends of the Park
Right.
nonprofit that was working on
Sure.
a fundraiser as well, like maybe coincided with the fire department to raise money for a project. And that might be something that could happen next year, but this year,
Right.
I didn't really have anything in the works for 4th of July.
Nope.
Our biggest thing is Christmas, the Christmas parade, the Christmas community gathering.
You're welcome. I gotta wait for that.
Yeah, but it'll be.
Not really.
I'm already thinking about Grand Marshal, so, anyway, and a theme, so,
Okay,
be thinking about the theme for that too.
all right. And then the cap sorting, I ended up being sick and I couldn't make it, so, I mean,
Brett, we got through, it was me and Brett and a few ladies from Denso, because now they have stations set up at their locations.
Nice.
They're collecting lids and bottle caps, but they have agreed to weigh them, clean them, bag them, sort them, and bring them to us
Nice.
already done,
okay,
so that we don't have the extra that we have to go through.
okay.
They are policing.
Huh?
Well, they did once we were.
Well, we kind of got a better system this time. Me and Brett figured it out. We took a bag and we set it up on a table and we just kind of filtered it with our hand, because some of the stuff, like we were dumping out all these caps to go through, and there was one bag that was like totally clean, didn't need to be gone through, and it was quickly done. And we actually got through, was it 4 bags or 3 bags that night?
3 bags that night.
Yeah.
Was that fast?
Mhm.
In an hour and 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
So, and Jason and Jerry and Kent have moved the bags that have been tagged and weighed already and sorted. We want to move those to the fire department if they have an extra spare room up there. I think that they might have one. Did you get a chance to talk to Randy?
I did, I think she's gonna ask the chief up there what room there was.
What room? Because he did tell me that he was sure that they can make, that they had extra room to the clean ones in there. Now the ones that are still not sorted, we've still got a lot of bags back here, so.
I think we're overthinking it,
Yeah.
overdoing it. You know, I mean, we know which ones, the ice cream ones, we know that they're dirty, so we just
Just
throw them
toss
out, you know
them
what I mean,
out.
right?
I'm not cleaning
There's no
those.
need to clean because we have so many, I mean, it was
Yeah.
actually a good success, I was surprised. how many caps actually showed up here that people had, but, so yeah, by putting there, and you just do this, and you just pick out the ones, we were going through them with a fine tooth comb, and I think we need to do that, because we know what we need, what we don't need, what works and what doesn't. What's nice about Denso people, they're only collecting water bottle caps and drink caps, they're not collecting dish caps or, anything that's gonna be dirty, so they will bring us nothing but clean caps.
Well, I was thinking like, when and if I'm home, like if it's a rainy day or something and I've got a spare day that I can come up and, can I just come up here and like, see if I have access and just kind of go through something or?
Just let me know
Okay.
if you want to do that. Somebody will have to get a bag out for you from the room because it says locked, but you just have to let me know.
Okay,
Or if you know ahead of time, we can just get a bag out for you.
Yeah.
Or something.
okay.
Or send a message, someone might be
Yeah.
available. I mean, at that point, we could go through a few more bags fairly quick, because we've gone through, what, how many, 9 bags, I think now? And we had nine done and 9 to go.
Okay.
Jason, you're the last one that touched them, so
Yeah, I think there was about 9 bags.
Finished.
Yeah.
And then I think there's 9 bags in there to go, and that's when you call.
And where are we at weight wise? Like, how many bags
They're averaging 35 to 45, 50 pounds a piece.
and what do we need? 450?
560.
560. Okay.
For one
Yeah,
table.
we're close. We're right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as we sort through a couple more bags, I'm sure we'll
It was
have it.
pretty close, because we added them up there one day, and it was, I think, 75 to 80 pounds. It was somewhere right around our y'all needed, and that was, I don't think that was the one y'all sorted through, so we should be real close.
Are there any still back there in this room? So you took the ones that were clean?
Tags on.
Tags.
We put tags and weight on.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Okay, because I mean, I know everybody's busy over the summer, but like I said, if there's a rainy day or something and I can come up if, I can certainly say, hey, I've got, anybody wants to meet me up there.
Well, that's why I would put a pause on collecting anymore,
Mhm.
because that got really overwhelming
Yeah,
in there, and it's, we haven't got to get together to sort them
right.
a whole lot, but just a few times. So, we may get through this and get the one table and be like,
Was it worth it?
was it worth it? Because this has been a lot,
Okay.
so we'll see.
Now, we may have got a bag that was not clean, because we got ants up there really bad.
Okay.
So I remember one drop to that bag, and I'm like, well, I remember me telling that.
Yeah, but you said it was a bag that was not sorted or tagged.
So
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, yeah, so I'm like,
Okay.
I told her, I said, well, as long as it's not the ones that we've already
Get rid of
did.
it.
Yeah.
No, get rid of it, really, right? Permission to get rid of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, do it. Don't deal with it.
Yeah.
We have time.
it's not worth it. It's not worth taking it all the way to Indiana and then saying, oh, this one's not gonna work, and send us back home with like a bill or something. So, it was a great idea when I saw it online.
It is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea, it's just,
It's a lot of work.
it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And you still have to pay a little money for them to make the table, plus travel. Okay. Any other business?
Swing Bridge. I don't know if it's been discussed at city, the council meetings or commissioner meetings, but I keep getting asked, what's the deal, is it gonna be open? People live down there, some friends just like, what's going on with the bridge? And I said, truthfully, I do not know.
Okay,
Where
I'm
we are
gonna
with the
refer
bridge.
that to city
Kind of still
manager.
in limbo.
I finally have been able to get a hold of the people, the property owners on the city side, to be able to get an easement agreement with them, which is what the county requires, before they will enter into a long-term agreement with us on maintenance of the bridge.
Gotcha.
So we'll start with the easement agreement, hopefully soon.
And then they're gonna fix it? City county's gonna fix it?
No, the Blount County Highway Department will fix it.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
good news.
Yeah,
Yes, good news, thank you. I'll relay that.
everything's breaking around here. Everything's falling down. Okay, well, I don't have anything else. So if there's no further business, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Okay,
Second motion.
all right, all those in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.